Greetings and salutations, greetings and salutations, greetings and salutations. We're there again. Fabian Seh, Season 4, Episode 5. And my name, last time I checked, is Fabian M. Thomas. Happy to be here, happy to be here, happy to be here. Now, of course, if you have not watched the other episodes of Season 4, please go and watch them. So far we've had Garfield Morgan, Marcus James, and we've had Kareem Ferguson, and the first one was just me alone introducing the new season. So check it out. Today we're talking about art. I'm going to say art and art appreciation and thing. We're talking about the Oscars 2026, my take on some of the categories, and then I'm going to do some singer shout outs. Yeah, so stay tuned. So art and appreciation and subjectivity and all these things. So sometimes I find, and I'm going to say in my younger days, me used to feel the need to convince people if you agree with my interpretation of art and things. I've learned that that's not my work. There's no need. People are going to take from art what they take, what they see, what they don't see. They're going to be gaps. There's going to be differences of opinion, because that's the beautiful thing about art and artistic appreciation, understanding, or even misunderstanding. It is individual. It's subjective. We can watch and listen to the same things and walk away with completely different interpretations, understanding. Some things you say, that's a foolishness, and somebody else, oh my God, that was the most amazing thing. And sometimes you think like, did we listen to the same song? Did we go to the same concert? Did we watch the same movie or the same TV show? But guess what? I think it's all good. It's all good. That's a wonderful thing about art. And even for artists, it's interesting. I've spoken to some artists, and I can call her name Della Manley, who Jamaican artist, singer, who I love. Della, the album that put Della on the map, she doesn't like it. She doesn't, because that's not the album she wanted to make. So it was made to appeal to an audience, to get a following. So when she listened to it, she doesn't like it. She said that's not the album she wanted to make. So she feels some level of regret. She much prefers her other albums. I really like that first one. You know, this group Berliner, when they did Take My Breath Away, that was completely outside of their style. They were more heavy rock stylings. And then they felt stuck, because when they performed, because they did for the movie, I forget the name of the movie, and afterwards, every time they performed as themselves, you know, the group, people wanted to hear that. And that was the thing that was least like their style and what they were into. So I think give people space and grace, and sometimes, you know, just nod and smile, walk away. So I've learned there's no need to bully anybody. We can have strong opinions and disagree, and that's okay. And then you have the whole thing of awards, and that's where things get sticky and interesting. Because, you know, the reality is that with any kind of award thing, it's also a set of people who have been put in a position of responsibility, authority, and expertise. But they're people. People have biases. I've judged things, and I try to check myself, check my bias, check when something triggers me, jolts me. And I love when there are other people to use as a sounding board to say, well, if I scored it so low and you scored it high, what did you see that I didn't see? What are the differences? And also check it myself to say, do I have a bias against this actor, this song, the sound? Is it taking me down a memory lane that I don't like? And is that clouding my judgment? And I think in spaces of deciding awards, of giving criticism or feedback, that's also really, really important. And so award seasons, whatever they are, you know, there's a set of people put in a position, given a responsibility to say what they think, and then voting happens. And then we know all the other things come in, you know, whether it's sexism, racism, homophobia, exclusion, all these things. So some performers tell you them don't business about awards. They don't care about it. But for other people, you know, it's important to them. And for some people, advancing your career, it matters. You know, if you get recognized, like some singers, actors, dancers will tell you that for them, peer recognition is more important. For others, it's more industry. You know, what level is somebody saying, yeah, you're getting the nod, as they would say. So yeah, so we're gonna like what we like, and things are gonna appeal to us. And sometimes we're gonna get surprised or shocked by something that was not our thing, but appealed to us, and that's also okay. I like recently, Uber driver asked me, he was trying to figure out what kind of music to play while I was in the riding with him. And I said, everything, and him said, no, you have to choose something. I said, I really can't. I said, because I listen to so many things. And when I kind of listed the genres I like, he's like, wow, you really do. I'm like, yeah, I don't have a favorite type of music. I listen to all kinds of music, and I still sometimes get surprised with genres or styles or artists who I didn't think would appeal to me, who when I give it a listen or something and buck up on it, I'm like, this is kind of cool. Let me see what's going on here. Art, I think, stimulates our open mind, challenges us to move beyond um, the norm or what we've considered as our norm, to kind of explore and say, and then we can figure, this is not for me. Yeah, no, maybe so. So that's my sayings for this episode: art appreciation, subjectivity. And I love the diversity of opinions. Sometimes you're having a conversation or checking in with somebody. I've learned to kind of go, wow, either I never saw that, or something I think, what are you talking about? Madness, insanity. So yes, at the time you're seeing this is going to be the day. Well, if you see it, if you watch it, the day it come out, the Oscars will be the next day. So these are some of my Oscar opinions. I'm not even going to call them predictions. It's opinions, because it's me, Fabian Seh, I say certain things, and I'm going to start and work my way up to what they consider the most prestigious awards. I'm going to start with best production design. So the nominees for best production design for 2026 are Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. And full disclosure, and I'm going to tell you, some of these things I have not seen. So in this one, the only one I have not seen is Hamnet. I have not yet seen Hamnet, and I hear it's quite a trip. Mr. Marty Supreme, I may never like it. Mr. After 20, it annoyed me. Yeah, the character. And it went on to find out that it's, not just the character, but Timothy Chalamet is annoying me. That whole ballet and opera stage. And I've said it repeatedly in public spaces and posts. He's yet to impress me. I find him to be a very average actor. I have not been impressed by him. And so I saw 20 minutes of Marty Supreme and then said, nope. So for me, production design, for me, this is between Frankenstein and Sinners. For me, in terms of production, wow, the detail, the world created that we were taken into, drawn into. I think both of this for me could go either way. Me bias, me want Sinners win everything. But I would not be mad if Frankenstein won this one. So for me, out of these five, it's between Frankenstein and Sinners, just creating the worlds and for some of them, I feel like I could smell, and the air had a texture. I just think amazing work done by the production people in both these films. Next one, best makeup and hairstyling. So the nominees are Frankenstein, Kakuhu, which I haven't seen, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, which I have not seen, and The Ugly Stepsister, which I have not seen. And again, here for me, with the two that I've seen, again is Frankenstein and Sinners. Best makeup and hairstyling. There was amazing makeup and hairstyling in Sinners, but I feel like the detail of the work done on Frankenstein, Jacob Elordi alone in Frankenstein, them could have win this over Sinners. But in terms of the length and breadth of the work, Sinners could top them. So again, I wouldn't be mad. I would understand if Frankenstein won it, because the work, the transformation of Jacob Elordi was really magnificent and riveting to look at. But Sinners, I think there was more going on in Sinners in terms of makeup and hairstyling. But like the makeup for Jacob was feel like 20 people. So whoever the team will do that, them deserve something. Them deserve a nod. So we'll see. Best costume design. The nominees are Sinners, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, Frankenstein, and Avatar Fire and Ash. I've started Avatar Fire and Ash and I didn't finish it, but their costume design is usually quite stunning. Frankenstein again, period piece, really well. Attention to detail. Mia Goth's costumes, oh, and the way the dresses and the colors and the feel of them connected to the scenes, really nicely done. Marty Supreme, meh, the 20 minutes I saw, meh, period, well done. I mean, that took us there. Sinners, yeah, wonderful. Moa Root win everything. Like I said, I'm biased. But I would not be angry if somebody else won because Root been winning. But yeah, Sinners gets a nod for me for this. Best original screenplay. The nominees are Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Valley, which I really want to see, and that's a foreign film. I think It Was Just an Accident. It's also a foreign film, and Sinners are the nominees here. And again, yeah, given the fact that I haven't seen the other two, Sinners, hands down for me. Screenplay, what a wonderful gift. Ryan Coogler has given us again. And the intentionality and the way you talk about the blues, the story of the blues and black people, juxtaposed with the time period it's set in and racism and overcoming, but also even in that time, the way some people were able to cross over into different sides, the use of the vampire as looking at the monster of racism and sucking the blood and draining the culture. um yeah, so here for me again, based on when we see me never like Marty Supreme, um I haven't seen the others, so I have to say I lean into Sinners. But if the others win, having not seen them, me can't vex, me not go vex. Now for best adapted screenplay, the only one, oh, I've seen two of these. So Begonia is nominated, which I really want to see as well. It looks very interesting. Frankenstein, Hamnet again, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams, which I also really want to see. I haven't seen it. So the ones that I have seen here are Frankenstein and One Battle After Another. Wow, this is a close call for Now, Guillermo del Toro is a genius. And I thought the reinterpretation and revisiting of Frankenstein was majestic. It was absolutely riveting, engaging. I really loved it. For me, it was a stronger and more powerful pull than One Battle After Another. So having only seen two of them here, I would give it to Frankenstein. Um, yeah, I just really, because it's a story that we know, it's not new. I'm not familiar with what One Battle After Another, but Frankenstein, I just thought stellar job. It felt fresh. It felt like I was seeing it for the first time. It felt like I never know the story. It pulled me in that depth and so powerfully that it was a fresh experience. And I remember walking away, going, wow, yes, 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 yes. Them do them thing, they did not come to play. So we're in the top what? The top five now? Six. Best director. I'm not even say it. Ryan. Okay, sorry, Fabian. Get a hold of yourself. The nominees are for Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler for Sinners, Joff Safdie for Marty Supreme, Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value, and Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. So I have not seen Hamnet. I've heard really good things about it. I've heard some people say that there's some problems with it, so I can't speak to that. Haven't seen Sentimental Value either. But the three that I have seen, so Marty Supreme is going to be a no for me. Out of the run-ins. And between the two, I would say so Paul Thomas Anderson or Ryan Coogler. I'd say Ryan. Ryan. Like One Battle After Another was a strong, really well done film. Wonderful storytelling, but for me, the intricacies of Sinners, the layering, the that scene. I hope spoilers if anybody hasn't seen Sinners, go and go watch it. There's a scene. I'll just say there's a scene in the juke joint, in the where the big song happens, and it is the pivotal anchoring scene of the movie. I have never seen anything like that in any film. The layering of the cultures and that historical journey, I think, should be used in school, should be taught. I've never seen anything like it. And for me, that scene there alone, Ryan deserves the Best Director award. That the crafting of that scene, mind blowing, mind blowing. And so for me, so for the Best Director, yes, kudos to Paul Thomas Anderson, but for me, Ryan Coogler, forget that Director award. Yeah, man, definitely. Best Supporting Actor, Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another is nominated. Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. Delroy Lindo, the mighty Delroy Lindo for Sinners. Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. And Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. So the only one of these that I have not seen is Stellan Skarsgård, and he's usually excellent. But in this mix, I have to declare, I would love Delroy Lindo to win, but since he's in this category with Jacob Elordi and Sean Penn, who were absolutely mind-blowing. Sean Penn, good on in that role, in a way that made your skin crawl. Oh, he was phenomenal. He really was. The damagedness, the venom of the character leapt off the screen into your chest. He was stunning. Jacob Elordi. Now, let me tell you that youth, this young man has not disappointed me. So I think the first time I saw him was in Euphoria. And I had issues with Euphoria. Euphoria kind of felt like trauma porn to me. This young man, the role he played in that show, woo! And I hadn't seen him give a weak performance. He was a revelation as Frankenstein. He really was. And so for me, it's between him and Sean Penn. Like I say, Uncle Delroy was top tier. But boy, I have to give the edge over him to Jacob and Sean, and either of them could take it for me. Yeah, I don't know. I can't decide between the two of them. But yeah, but if you haven't seen it, let me tell you, check it out. Benicio del Toro was okay. Like, I really like him. Like, for me, he's one of my favorite actors as well. But it wasn't a wow. His performance wasn't a wow for me. Great comic timing, very funny. The deadpan delivery. But yeah, I don't think it's his best work. But him in the mix. Now, the supporting actress thing, I have not seen most of these women. So I've only seen two. I saw Tiana Taylor in One Battle After Another. Whoa, look here. Tiana outdid herself in this movie. What an interesting character. Yeah, what an interesting character. And she played it with an intensity and veracity that, again, you me feel it in my chest. Wuni Musako as Annie. Yes. I would be in my Aki if she win, but having not seen... Oh, yes. Oh, Amy Madigan. I lied. Amy Madigan in Weapons. She can beat Uni. She might be... If you have seen what a creepy, chilling, again, stellar performance. So, for the three that I've seen, for me, is between Amy Madigan and Woonie for this. And interesting, I'm just realizing that two supporting actresses from Sentimental Value, Elle Fanning and the other lady Inga. So that's I definitely have to put Sentimental Value on my list. Yeah, so for me, it is between Amy Madigan and Wunmi. Um, I'd be very happy if Wunmi won, but I would not be mad if Amy Madigan won because she deserved. She turn up in that role. You know the movie. She turn up. You know the movie. Yeah, yeah. She was a wow. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. In the Best Actress category, the nominees are Jessie Buckley from Hamnet, which I have not seen, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs Like Kiki, which I also have not seen, Song Blue, Kate Hudson, haven't seen that. Um, Me not see nobody in the actress category, so we can skip that. Don't just realizing. Yeah, I haven't seen any. So I haven't seen Begonia yet. I haven't seen Sentimental Value. I haven't seen Song Blue. I haven't seen If I Had Legs or Hamlet. So it'll be a pleasant surprise for me, and maybe that will nudge me additionally to watch whoever win this. For Best Actor, well, yeah. So let us just dismiss from the beginning Timothy Chalamet. Me never like him. I didn't like him. The character was annoying, and maybe he was doing his job. Maybe the character was supposed to be annoying. And then additionally, can I just digress for a minute? Timothy Chalamet have many seats. This nobody cares about opera and ballet coming, dude. Go one side, go one side. So yeah, if you don't know, like in a variety town hall thing, he talked about, he would never wanted a musical or ballet and opera, which these two were like older dying things that nobody cares about, is what his comment was. Have many seats, and you're now in the Oscar. So the other nominees are Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, which I have not seen, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. So for out of the four I've seen, so again, said Leonardo was good, but he was just good. He wasn't great. He was good. He was efficient. Ethan Hawke I haven't seen. Michael B. Jordan did the do double time in Sinners. His portrayal of these twins was on point. The nuances, the attention to detail. Me feel say Michael to win this. I really like Wagner Moura. And Secret Agent, I would recommend it. It's a foreign film, and Wagner Moura he's what a lovely man, what a lovely talent. But for me, Michael B deserves to win this Oscar for Best Actor. He really does. For the work, like I said, I haven't seen Blue Moon, but yeah, for me, Michael B, if you go on with that trophy, at the end of the night. And in the Best Picture category, we have Begonia, which I haven't seen, Frankenstein, F1, which I have not seen, Hamlet, which I haven't seen, Martin Supreme, One Battle After Another, which I've seen, Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, which I haven't seen, Sinners, which of course I've seen, and Train Dreams. So based on what we see, Sinners, Secret Agent, One Battle After Another, and 20 minutes of Martin Supreme. That's all I could stand. Sinners, hands down. Sinners. For me, at my house. Sinners. Forget this big picture, and I'll be very happy. And when the 16 nominations came out, I was weird because what Color Purple got what, like 11? Was it 11 and not a single solitary one? Yeah, at the time we say it was too black for them. But yeah, I really just. So I've said to somebody recently that One Battle After Another was excellent. Sinners, I think, was genre changing, was industry changing, was a trailblazer, was in another category. In all honesty, and I watched it twice now. I went back and watched it again. Yes, Sinners did a whole other thing from the film they chose to shoot on, the story, the narration, the crafting of the story, the choices, the scripts, the yeah man. So for me and my house, it is definitely Sinners deserves this Best Picture award. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. So that's my Oscar 2026 preements. And I, like I said, the ones that I haven't seen, especially Hamnet, Begonia, Sentimental Value, and Train Dreams are on my list to see. I wonder if I watched them before the Oscars. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that is my Oscar 2026 preements. So we'll see. And we're wishing everybody the best. We're wishing everybody the best. We'll see what is gonna go on. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I would be the drama around the BAFTA and the N word and the gentleman with Tourette's. And so for me, I tell you I don't know enough about Tourette's. People say, oh, well, if he wasn't racist, he wouldn't say that. I don't know. But what I do know is the BBC chose to leave it in. There was a 2-hour delay. They had a whole 2 hours. They edited out other things that they thought they wanted to edit, including the young man who won his picture, My Father's Shadow, the Free Palestine statement. They edit that out. They edited out what they wanted to edit out, and they left that in. And for me, that is the crux of the matter and the conversation. It is, yeah, BBC fought themselves. Because I gather the gentleman, Pete Davidson is his name, he left the room after, because he was shouting other things throughout the night, apparently. He also said the producer of the Bathurst told him that the mics near him would be off, that they would not, the mics would not be live, because they knew of his condition. So he was also shocked, because he said he didn't realize until Delroy and Michael that they could hear him. And when he realized, he left the room. He watched the rest of the thing from another space. But as I said, the BBC made a choice. For me, that's not an error. That's not an oversight. You edited out other things, and why that thing, which was probably more prominent than the others, you left in. For me, that's where the real cut eye goes. But again, big up Michael and Delroy for keeping their cool and rolling and do what they needed to do. And the other people who were thrown by things that was said, and that leaves, conversations around inclusion. What does that mean? Or what does it look like in terms of managing the fallout, from a condition like that or other things that might offend or hurt other people? What do you put in place to kind of make the space as safe for as many people as possible? So that's the lesson there. All right. So wishing all well for the Oscars people as we move on. So I'm giving you now a random singer shout out. So people that I'm encouraging you to listen to and explore if you don't know about them yet. Not in any particular order, not in any particular ranking per se, a really kind of arbitrary list. And I'll probably do others because like I said, like a whole heap of music. So I'm going to start with number one. Well, I'm going to say she's number one for a reason. Let me be real. That lady, her name is Rachelle Ferrell. If you don't know Rachelle Ferrell, I recommend that you discover her. And she's going through a rough patch now, so I'm sending out love, praise, and affirmation to her as well. So here's my theory about Rachelle Ferrell. She's an alien. She got stuck and trapped on Earth, and she's waiting for the mothership to come and take her up and carry her back to the planet that she's from. And while she was here, she's bored, and she figured she'd show us what is vocally possible when you inhabit a human body. That's my theory. Madness! I have never heard any singer make the sounds, the things that emanate from Rachelle Ferrell's body and throat. No, I've never heard. So any of her albums, brilliant. There's one called First Instrument. There's one that's just called Rachelle Ferrell that introduces to the pop world. There's a Live from Montreux Jazz, brilliant. Then she has one, Individuality Can I Be Me, on which there is a track named I Can Explain. Saints, mighty God of Daniel. Whee! And then when she does it live, yeah. And then there's a version of her doing Keep Me Near the Cross. Boy. And then she was apparently Bernie Mac, the comedian Bernie Mac's favorite singer. And so when Bernie Mac made his transition, they got Rochelle to sing at his funeral. And let me go up on YouTube, go look for it. It is an 8-minute. Yeah, she defies description. She really does. So I would say if you're not familiar with her, go familiarize yourself. And it's Rochelle, Arachelle Ferrell. Yes. Number 2 is another R name. And actually, they're actually good friends. Rahsaan Patterson. One of my favorite male singers of all time ever. My brethren, Gordon Wedderburn, who's into jazz and other music. Gordon introduced me to Rahsaan Patterson's music. I was working at Sanders at the time, and Gordon did pass by for some. We were going somewhere, and he had the CD in the car. And that is where it began. Dayuta, but he was on, oh my God, I don't know, he came as a child star. I forget what the show that was it Mickey Mouse Club? I don't remember. But let me tell you something. And again, with him editing, there's some live version, so ignore that. That's you hear the clock in the background. That is the clock on the wall. That's his chiming. So yeah, it's doing its thing. Stop Breaking My Heart. There's a live clip of him doing this live. Check it out. And whether it's up-tempo, gospel, whatever, his voice, his delivery, the styling, the phrasing. Yes, I believe he's performed in Jamaica once. I didn't get to go and see him. Rahsaan Patterson is one of my favorite male vocalists, and he's a very different kind of voice. So big up yourself, Mr. Patterson. Big up yourself. He has a song. Oh, he did a song with produced by Andre Coach with Tata Vega, who was the voice of Sugar Avery in Color Purple, the first Color Purple. I could call Mountaintop. Niceness. Yes. Number 3. Oh, and this is so interesting because Ledisi, this is Ledisi, whom I absolutely love. Ledisi Rahsaan and Rochelle are friends. There's actually an amazing clip of them singing with Layla Hathaway as well at a Rochelle concert, singing Love Is All Around You. Check it out. Madness. You see that woman here? She good right here, sir? And she's been in the industry for a while. She's not a new kid on the block. Voice, yeah. Delivery, yeah. Personality, yeah. My favorite album by her is Turn Me Loose. That's my favorite album by her. She has a lot of other really good albums, jazz standard, but Turn Me Loose is my favorite by her. And where she came on a lot of people's radars was one year when they did Black Girls Rock, that performance of Nina Simone's 4 Women. It was, if my memory serves correctly, Kelly Price, Marsha Ambrosius, Jill Scott, and Ledisi was Peaches at the end. Why? Never gets old, never will. The other thing for me that blows me away, so Nina Simone is again one of my favorite singers and artists of all time. They say Aretha was the queen of soul. I believe that Aretha was the queen of everything. And Nina's name was the high priestess of soul. Nina Simone have a song named Ne Me Quitte Pas, which is sung in French, which is sung by a popular male French singer, forget his name. And when I heard Nina Simone, I was in tears. I don't speak French. I don't know what she was saying, but the delivery. Well, there is a clip. I think it was somewhere in England. Don't quote me. With a big orchestra with Ledisi in a red gown doing Ne Me Quitte Pas. Check it out. Ethereal. God. You know, one of those things where the singer gets transported. You see her like the song Take Her. I did not think I would be around to see anybody inhabit Namikita Pa in that way. Let us see. If you don't know her yet, check her out. Um, Number 4. I don't. I don't. I hope I don't chamba champ. Oh, okay. Okay. So this is not the number 4 I thought. So probably my error. But this is Greg Porter. Like I said, no particular order. Greg Porter. So Greg Porter does jazz, soft jazz pop. What a wonderful voice him have, and that thing that balaclava thing. So he has some scars on his face. So he always wears this, different colors, but he always wear that thing. I forget what the hats are called, that cover the sides of his face. His album Liquid Spirit. That's my favorite album by him so far. My favorite songs. He has a song called "Be Good Is Her Name." I don't know why that song always moves me to tears. He has one called "Hey Laura." Hey Laura, it's me. Niceness. And then he has one called "There'll Be No Dying Here Today." Some of my favorites by him, but check him out. Tall, he's a big man, but beautiful, velvety voice. His delivery, and he has one called that talks about Jesus wanting to go to the back alleys to see the ordinary people. You know, they were preparing for a visit, and Jesus said, "Take me to the alley." Yeah, Gregory Porter. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. Next, we have Red Lotus. He's new on the scene. He excites me. He's a rapper, but he's different. As you see him, he's wiry, beautiful soul, strong message, very real, very appreciative. He has a song Built Different. Is probably the most popular song by him. He has one also called Hey Darling. I really like him, and I'm affirming his highest good. So his first album is called the Red Album. Then him have, I think, the Brown Album, the Green Album, the Orange Album. I think they're all like EPs. He is so good. And I think he's going to be a major player and change up the things in the rap game. Red Lotus. Check him out. Next up, Mortimer from Jamaica. Mortimer. All I'm going to say is lightning. That's all I'm going to say. What a beautiful song. It is my favoriteest new reggae song. But I love his delivery. He has there's a sensitivity and a graciousness in the way he delivers his songs that I really like. But Lightning for me is brilliant. It is just a beautiful gift from him to us. Check him out. Him named Mortimer. Yeah, good old time Bible sounding name. Yeah. Got it to the Ednamanley School of Music. Yeah. Check him out. Mortimer. I recommend him. Who is coming next? Ah! Lisa Fisher! Goddess! Ah! Let me tell you something. So for most of us, she came in our radar as she was a backup singer for Luther Vandross, who did a solo album. So How Can I Ease the Pain? That song where she hits that note. That was Lisa Fisher. Yes. She also has a beautiful rendition of Wildflower. Let her cry, for she's a lady. Yep. And then she has an up-tempo song on there called Save Me. That is madness. She toured with Mick Jack, the Rolling Stones, for a year. Big, bad, powerful voice. And she give me Nina vibe. Nina Simone. That kind of go down in your thing, ancestral strongness. Anything she sings, and she explores with her voice as well, and jazz stylings, and does, of course, incredible Nina Simone reinterpretations. Lisa Fisher, Fischer. If you don't know her yet, check her out. Who next on my list? PJ Morton, Preacher Kid. So the singer Paul Morton, this is his son, and PJ was in, or is in, Maroon 5. And he actually left Maroon 5 to explore his solo career, and I love it. He's one gracious, funny, humble youth, talented, produces for himself, but also for other people. He has that song about when we first began. Lovely love song. My favorite albums by him. So he does a really lovely thing. So he does like unplugged or live versions of his albums when he releases them, and some of them go straight to, it's a live version. For me, my two favorites by him are the Gumbo Unplugged, because his first studio album was called Gumbo, and then he did Gumbo Unplugged. Exceptional. Then he did the piano album. Boy, and then he has guest people, who come. He did one, I think one called the Mansion Live as well, which is good, but these two are my favorite. Check him out. And he produces for other people. Good youth, talented, adding a really nice, fresh thing to the industry. PJ Morton. Next, Ray. Raye. Goody Bop. She's from the UK, British. Raw, real, authentic voice. Ooh, so far my favorite spell. So her latest one is called Nightingale Lane, which, the powerhouse vocals just jump out at you. She has one called Husband, which is an absolute delight, and the vocal acrobatics. I would like ring madness that went viral. But for me, her most profound work, so far, she has a piece about abuse, about sexual abuse, and being a song called Ice Cream Man, and it's based on her life experience. And it is a thing. And it does a number on her when she performs it, but she does it, and she says she thinks it's important to be done, and it's for her, but also other people who have had this lived experience. So check her out, Raye, Ray. Ray for Ray. This is Sun Little. Now, Sun, I don't even know how to categorize Sun. Sun, I think so. Ima do alternative, a little rap. It means a little bit of everything. Where did I discover him? I was introduced him at the end of an episode of Power. Season 1 of Power. At the end of one of the episodes, this song came on, and this voice came out. And it was Your Love Will Blow Me Away. And I immediately was like, who is that? I also think, yes, it was also in Power that I was introduced to Jacob Banks. They used one of Jacob Banks' songs at the end. And Jacob will be on another list, and I really like Jacob as well. But Sun Little, yeah, him have a gravelly style, but him do. I think he's genre defying. So my favorites by him, and I have quite a few of all the people I'm listing. I have the most for him. I like Your Love Will Blow Me Away. He has one called The River. Stella, Lay Down. Baby, won't you lay down and watch this water boil? Yes! I'm a Builder. Really cool. Demon to the Dark. And he has one called I'm Gone. Son, S-O-N, as in somebody's son. Little. Check him out. Who is coming next? But yes! I love her one more time. This is Tessanne Chin. Tessanne Chin. Like the chin. Everybody chin. What a girl can sing. Tessanne has one of the most amazing voices I've ever heard, and she's one of the sweetest people. Absolutely love her. So I will tell a quick Tessanne story. My niece really liked Tess, and we were in one of the Tutti Frutti in La Shushan Barbican Center. And she'd come in. I think Tammy might have been with her, because the sisters have a hair thing down in the plaza. And of course, people recognize her. My niece wasn't wanting to go over to her, and so we saw her first. I think my sisters were with me as well. And by time we encouraged my niece to go over, one other bag of people see and run over to Tessa, so Tessa taking pictures with them, and she really come in there minding her business, And so I'd hailed her up, and they were leaving, and Tessanne remembered that my niece had seen her and said, and she came back. She turned back, came up to us, and said hey to my niece and took a picture with her. And I thought, real deal. We didn't know from before, but yeah. But Tessan's first album, In Between Words, is everything. And if you're not familiar with it, treat yourself to the majestic stylings, the sweet Jamaican, international, global stylings of Tessan Chin in Between Words. Yes! Next, Damania. You see the mustache? So there was a period where he didn't have it, and I don't remember. I think I'll book him up on YouTube. His name is Foy Vance, Foyvance. Absolutely love it. Very, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but to me, the Welsh, Irish, Scottish, one of them three. Very folksy, acoustic, mellow. Love him, love him, love him. So my three tops where he has one called Make It Rain. Why? Then he's The Joy of Nothing, which moves me to tears every time I hear it. And lyrically, it's beautifully written as well. And then he has one called Guiding Lights. When I need to get home, you are my guiding light. And there's a clip on YouTube, not the whole thing. He's performing in a club, a performance space, right? And it's time for the place closed. So he finishes, he sings off stage, he goes outside. The audience, people, because they're leaving, because they need for lockup, and they sing. He keeps singing on the sidewalk. It is such a beautiful thing. When I need to, you are my God. Nice, yeah? So them a cappella, they're out on the sidewalk, him light a cigarette. It's really, really. So yeah, check him out. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. Who is coming next? I feel like so one person missing. I don't see Ben Leoncle Soul, so maybe it's my error. I never send my fearless producer all the pictures, but this is Durand Bernard. Durand Bernard, Grammy Award winning Durand Bernard. What to say? That again, vocally insane, vocal insanity. This man's range and what he does, the comfort with his voice and his tone and his style is, yeah, there's some clips he sings back up for Erykah Badu, and there's some priceless clips where Erykah doesn't make him sing. One of my favorites by him is Overqualified. It's a bop. And of course, what has gone virally popular is Do You Know the Muffin Man? He is a hoot and a holler. He's his full, authentic, wonderful self. He's a vocal beast. And I think his Tiny Desk performances is one of the highest rated. And he gives a costume and hair. And yeah, Durand, Durand, Bernarr is his name. Check him out. And here he is. So look how I got chamba from name. He's French. Ben Leoncle Soul. Aha, I think I got it right. So it's Ben, regular Ben, L apostrophe ONCLE and soul at the end. Look ya. Soul, soulful singer, soul. Turn up till it buck. And he loves soul music, and I find him delightful. He's an inspiration. My favorites by him, he has one called Soul Man. Niceness. He has one called Addicted. There's an insane rendition of him doing Try Little Tenderness live. Worth miles going to find it on YouTube and watch it. And then he also, for me, my favorite haunting, atmospheric is called I'm Going Home. It's on YouTube as well. So Ben Leoncle Soul, check him out. Those are my singer shout-outs for this episode of Fabian Seh. As we're looking at art and celebrating art and the appreciation of art and the making of art and the people who deliver us art, a little bit of awards thing going in there, and also, a little bit of listening. What you're watching TV wise. Yes, so let me end with that. TV wise. So what are some of my favorites right now? Paradise, the new season of Paradise. Look here. Sterling K. Brown is one of my favorite people. And his wife Ryan, they're one of my favorite couple crushes. Paradise, turn up, turn up, turn up. I'm liking the new season of Cross. Young Sherlock, top tier. Guy Ritchie has done it again. There's a series called Doc, about a doctor who was an awful, terrible, mean-spirited person. She has a car accident and loses her memory. Nice. Brilliant Minds with Zachary Quinto. Really, really nice. That's one of my regulars. Will Trent. Any Will Trent fans in the house? Me love Will Trent. Bad, 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 bad. Abbott Elementary. Shrinking is back as well. The new season of Shrinking. There's a lot of, I think, really good, high-notch TV shows. There's a couple of new ones that I'm watching. The Memory of a Thief. Quite interesting. And there's another one. Monarch. Monarch, the monsters thing, that's back and that's quite good. So a lot of things to watch. And of course, Law and Order, SVU. To the world, to the world, to the world. And Law and Order Toronto is actually not bad. I quite like it. It has grown on me. When I started watching it first, I thought it's a little slow, but it there on my list. Me like, and of course, the effervescent and lovely Karen Robinson, who's in, I believe, season 3 of Fabian Seh, is in it. So enough to watch, listen to, enjoy, plays, and maybe I'll do an episode on plays as well. So big up on yourself, enough love. Thank you to my producer, Michael Sean Harris. This has been season 4, episode 5 of Fabian Seh, Oscar 2026 preements and singer shoutouts. Peace and love.